Hello everyone, I am Chandrika Saxena from Mani Lakshman Reddy Institute of Technology and Management. Today's my topic is pin description of 8086. 8086 have 40 pin IC. We start the reading of these pin from top left to left bottom, and then we will start the reading right bottom to right top. For example, pin number 1 is ground, pin number 2 is AD14, pin number 3 is AD13, pin number 4 is AD12, pin number 5 is AD11, pin number 6 is AD10, pin number 7 is AD9, pin number 8 is 88, pin number 9 is 87, pin number 10 is 86, pin number 11 is 85, pin number 12 is 84, pin number 13 is 83, pin number 14 is 82, pin number 15 is 81, and pin number 16 is 80. Pin number 17 is NMI, non-maskable interrupt. Pin number 18 is INTR, interrupt request. Pin number 19 is clock, and pin number 20 is another ground pin. Then we will start with right bottom. Pin number 21 is reset. Pin number 22 is ready. Pin number 23 is test. You can see here there are two types of signal which have top bar. This bar indicates the active low signal. So this pin number 23 is active low signal. Next is pin number 20, pin number 24 to pin number 31 are work in minimum and maximum mode. In maximum mode, RQGT, RQGT not RQGT1, log S2, S1 and S0, QS0 and QS1 is work, and in minimum mode, hold, held, write, memory input output, DTR, DEN, ALE and INTA signal is work. Next pin is pin number 32 is read. Pin number 33 is used to select either minimum mode or maximum mode. Pin number 34 is used to select higher order data lines. Pin number 35 to pin number 38 are multiplex address and status signals. Pin number 39 is another multiplex address and data lines which indicate by AD. AD indicate, A indicate for address and D indicate for data. So these are 16, these pin number 2 to pin number 16 and pin number 39 are multiplex address and data lines. Pin number 40 is VCC, it's supply signal. We know that 8086 work in two operating modes, minimum mode and maximum mode. This mode can select using the pin number 33. If pin number 33 is high, it indicate minimum mode, and when pin number 33 is low, it indicate the maximum mode. So I start with the common signals. First, the first signal is ground signal. Ground signal is used to terminate the supply which is 0 volt or connected to ground. Pin number 40 is VCC, is positive 5 volt DC supply. Pin number 2 to pin number 16 and pin 39. These are the multiplex address and data lines. They lines carry the address and data. During the T1 state, they carry the address for latch operation, and during T2 to T4 states, they carry the data. When AD lines used for transmit memory address, the symbol A is used instead of AD. For example, A0 to A15. When these lines transmit the data, they indicate D, D0 to D7 and D8 to D15 for 8-bit data, or D0 to D15 for 16-bit data. Next is pin number 38 to pin number 35. These are the multiplex address and status lines. During the T1 state, these lines carry the address, and during T2 to T4, they carry the status of data. Next is BHE signal. BHE signal is bus high enable signal. It is used to enable the data on most significant data bus D8 to D15. 8-bit device connected to upper half of data bus using BHE signal. It is multiplexed with a status signal S7. Next signal is MN/MX, minimum and maximum mode pin. This signal indicates the mode of operation of 8086. When this pin is high, it indicates minimum mode, and when this pin is low, it indicates maximum mode. Next is read. This is active low signal. This signal is used to read operation. It is output signal and it is another active low signal. Next is test signal. Test input is tested by wait instruction. 8086 will enter in wait state after the execution of wait instruction and till resume execution only when the test is made low by the active hardware. This is used to synchronize the external activity of processor internal operations. Next is ready signal, pin number 22, ready. Ready signal is used for acknowledgement from the slower device. Ready signal is the acknowledgement from the slower device or memory that they have completed the data transfer. The signal made available by the device is synchronized by 8284 clock generator to provide ready input to the 8086. Next is test input. This reset signal causes the processor to immediately terminate its present activity. This signal must be active high for at least 4 clock cycle. Next is clock. Pin number 19 is clock. Clock input provides the basic timing for processor to operate the operation and bus control activity. It is asymmetric square wave with 33% duty cycle. Next, pin number 18, INTR, interrupt request. This is a ticket input. It is sampled during the last clock cycle of each instruction to determine the availability of request. If any interrupt request is pending, the processor enters the interrupt acknowledgement cycle. This signal is active high and internally synchronized. Microprocessor operate in minimum and maximum mode. In minimum mode of operation, the microprocessor do not associate with any coprocessor and cannot be used for multiprocessor system. In maximum mode, 8086 can work in multiprocessor or coprocessor configuration. Minimum mode or maximum mode operation are decided by the pin number 33 MN/MX. When this pin is high, 8086 operate in minimum mode. Otherwise, it's operate in maximum mode. And pin number 33 is high, microprocessor enter in minimum mode, and and these pins are activated. These pins are activated in place of these pins. First pin is DTR. First pin is pin number 27, DTR, data transmit and receive. This output signal from the processor to control the direction of data flow through the data transceiver. When this signal is high, it indicates data is transmitted. When this signal is low, it indicates data is received. Next is pin number 26, DEN. This is the another active low signal, data enable. This output signal from the processor used as output enable for the transceiver. It indicates the availability of data. Next is pin number 25, ALE, address latch enable. This signal is used to demultiplex the address and data lines using external latch. Next is pin number 28, memory input output. This signal is used to differentiate memory access and input output access. For memory reference instruction, this signal is high. For input output instruction, this signal is low. Next signal pin number 29 is write. Write control signal insert low whenever the processor write data to memory or input output port. Next is pin number 24, INT, interrupt acknowledgement. When the interrupt request is accepted by processor, the output is low on this line. During the maximum mode operation, MN and MS pin is grounded or logic low. In this time, pin number RQGT, lock, S2, S1, S0 and Q0, QS0 and QS1 are activated. First, pin number 24 to pin number 31. These are the status signals used by the 8086 bus controller to generate the bus timing and control signal. These are decoded as when these signals are 000, it indicates interrupt acknowledgement. When this signal is 001, it indicates read input output port. When this signal is 010, it indicates the write input output port. When this signal is 011, it indicates halt operation. When these signals are 100, it indicates the code access. When these signals are 101, it indicates the read memory. When these signals are 110, it indicates the write memory. When these all are 111, it indicates the passive or inactive mode. You can see here pin number signal S2 used as select input output operation, and when this signal is 0, it indicates the input output axis, and when this signal is high, it indicates the memory axis. These are the Q status signals. These Q status signals used to processor to provide the status of Q by these lines. Q status can be used by external device to track the internal status of Q in 8086. The output of QS0 and QS1 can be interpreted as when these signals are 00, it indicates the no operation in Q. When these signals are 01, it indicates the first byte of opcode from the Q. When these signals are 10, it indicates the empty Q, and when these signals are 11, it indicates the subsequent byte from Q. Next is pin number 31 and pin number 30. These are the DMA data transfer pins in maximum mode. The GT not have higher priority. GT not have higher priority than GT1. These requests are used by local bus masters to force the processor to release the local bus at the end of current operation. These are the bidirectional signals lock. This pin is used to lock the peripherals. An output signal activated by the lock prefix instruction remains until the complete of instruction prefixed by lock. The 8086 output load on the lock pin while executing the instruction prefix by lock or prevent the other bus master from gaining control to the system bus. Thank you.